Up 13.5%. That's about Poonawalla FinCorp. But let's move on and talk about the pharma space, because it's been a largely disappointing year for Indian pharma companies when it came to inspections by the U.S. drug regulator. This year, in fact, we saw large companies such as Sun Pharma and Glenmark being issued import alerts, one of the severest forms of U.S. FDA actions on the facilities. Ekta is here with more details on this one. Ekta?
Well, let's start with Glenmark. The company, which has been known for having a good track record with the U.S. drug regulator, was issued a warning letter in 2019 for their Baddi facility in Himachal Pradesh. The issues at the facility, which manufactures creams and ointments, it seems remained unresolved, as the plant was slapped with an import alert 4 months after it was re-inspected by the U.S. drug regulator in June this year. Another case was Sun Pharma's Halol facility in Gujarat. The facility, which has the ability to manufacture complex drugs and injectables, was already in a precarious situation with the U.S. drug regulator. Based on an inspection in December 2019, the plant was issued an official action indicated status in March 2020, implying that the U.S. FDA can put all new approvals on hold if correction actions are not completed. They were re-inspected earlier this year only for the U.S. drug regulator to maintain the OAI status on the plant and eventually issue an import alert at the end of the year. The U.S. drug regulator has in the past brought up issues such as Glenmark's inability to investigate complaints of drugs manufactured in their Baddi plant to inadequate processes at Sun Pharma's Halol facility. Experts say the drug regulator's requirement for compliance can be described as a moving target, with Indian companies needing to constantly adapt, which might have lagged with the COVID-19 hiatus. For Sun Pharma, the consolidated sales impacted from Halol for the entire company is less than 3%. And for Glenmark, Baddi was only around 1 to 2% of FY22 total revenues. However, lower contribution from the facility notwithstanding, the street fears implications of the import alert, such as timelines to resolve import alerts, which can be uncertain, sometimes going into years. Approvals can in the meanwhile slow down from the US, and remediation and transfer costs can impact margins. Lastly, the street also fears system-wide compliance issues. For example, for Glenmark this year, they were also issued a warning letter for their facility in Goa and their facility in North Carolina, which was issued an OAI status. Similarly, Sun Pharma's Mohali plant, which they inherited from Ranbaxy, was issued an official action indicated status in November this year.
Clearly a tough year for the Indian pharma companies. Ekta, thank you very much for that comprehensive roundup.